Oh my god, will you lick my ear?
It's not plugged in, so I don't think I could. It's funny because literally a lot of people think it's easy to do. That is one of the most hardest things to do. I'm
Is
not
it
even kidding.
really? No, I
Like it
believe
is
you.
so hard.
It looks like
Like
it'd be
to
hard.
be good at it at least, just because like when I first started doing it, like people were like, "That's disgusting, like, Olivia, stop." Then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna like learn how to do this and do this better," you know. And then so I started doing it more off stream, and then eventually I started doing it on stream. Sure.
Technically licking the mic, or is it more like licking sounds to
Oh
the
no,
mic?
it's for real.
Do you ever lick people's ears? Like I, oh, sorry, that's like an intimate question. Do you like
No,
lick
no,
people's ears
I've
IRL?
never, no. It's all
Really?
good. I've
Do you
never.
like what is one of the weirdest requests you've ever gotten?
I mean, I don't really find any of them weird anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I could
Like,
see that.
the only thing that I really wish I knew how to do is probably like maybe like heartbeat ASMR. It's basically when you put like the mic on your like chest and you like
Yeah.
find your heartbeat. Like, it's I really love that trigger a lot, but the thing is, it just scares me to do on stream to be like adjusting and like people really like my visuals probably the most, I would
Yes.
say. So I ended up getting front row, okay? And then so I fought for the barricade. It was great. Jesse was in front of me. It was incredible. Freaking Zach and everybody. I found the other girls, right? And we're like, okay, we're gonna camp out for the tour bus. I lost the girls who I was originally with, right? So I couldn't
Yeah.
find them. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just find other people to go with, right?
Yeah.
And so the other girls were like, oh my, like I asked them, I was like, are you gonna like wait for like the tour bus? And they're just like, oh my God, why would we do that? Like, just go. At the end, I found them and I was like, okay. I was like, you going to a tour bus? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, you my type of bitch. It was so
Oh
bad.
my god, you like a groupie? Are you like a
Some
hardcore
sort
fan
of it.
girl?
Well,
You were a
to be
little
fair, I'm
Penny Lane,
hardcore.
bitch.
I'm hardcore, but like my friends are freaking groupies. Like my friends all know the neighborhood. Like even one of my friends actually
Oh
got
my
her
god.
design bought by like the lead singer. So like the lead singer knows like some of my friends. It's kind of crazy.
You are an ASMR streamer on Twitch, and I believe you used to be on You Now.
Yes, this is an interesting story. All right. So basically, I started out on Twitter, obviously with my fandom roots. I used to be known a lot for mostly. I used to do like psychic readings back in the day.
I
It
believe
wasn't
in
even
that
like a
stuff.
professional thing. I think it was just mostly like intuition,
What
to be
sign are
honest.
you?
But I'm a Libra.
I was about to say, you fucking Libra. Bitch. Oh my god, I literally did
Literally,
not.
like it all started because like somebody asked me to predict something, and then I just happened to be right. And then all of a sudden, I had like a time where it was like 10 people would ask me, and then I would like get them all right, right? And I was like really surprised. I was just like, damn, like I'm actually like, getting this. And then people, I would get so many retweets back then about it. And I was just like, man, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Like I just was doing it just to do it. And then basically one of my friends in like the fandom told me about live streaming, and they're like, you should do live streaming since you like have people that like talk to you in the fandom and stuff. And then I just remember being like really uncomfortable and like just being like, why would I do that? Like, why would I broadcast? Like, no one cares about me. Like, people only talk to me because like I talk about the bands. Okay. Like, eventually I did it because it was like a trend around like 2014 or whatever to like do like You Now and stuff. So then I was like, okay, fine, I'll just stream on it. Like, obviously, this is probably for like the YouTubers. Like, why should I do this? I mean, I wasn't really super confident about it. I was just like, why are all these creepos in my chat, whatever. So then I just like left, okay, for a while. And then 2017, I started doing YouTube. I got flamed when I posted my first YouTube video because I was
Shut
always
up.
scared of
No way.
YouTube.
I'm so
And
scared of
then
YouTube. I'm still
I
scared of
happened,
YouTube.
yeah, like I happened to like nail the trend or whatever for like the song that was popular at the time or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like I posted it and it got like a bunch of like hate comments and a lot of
No
views.
way.
I was like, what's
Really?
happening? And it was like my second
Oh.
video. It was
Yeah.
so, I was like, this is not good. And then I was like, maybe I'm not meant to do this. And then yeah, and then I think it was the same time I like, okay, yeah, fine, I'll find a different app. So then I found like You Now on the app and I was like, oh wait, I remember doing this before. So then I like re-downloaded everything, and then I saw actually there's a few Twitch streamers that stream on Twitch now that were the first people that I watched on You Now back then.
Have a lot of people left You Now to come to Twitch?
Yeah, there's an exodus. I saw a couple people that do Twitch now that I watched, and I like saw how them have like a lot of fun and stuff. So I was like, you know what, this looks really cool. So I'm gonna try it. So I tried it, and then Christmas Eve, I got like my first like big like supporter or whatever, I feel like. And then like they motivated me and they like put like this really, really nice ass long message in my chat. And like I was super surprised because literally that person like was lurking on me for like many months and I didn't know that, right? So then like they like wrote this like really heartfelt message that like kind of was like really inspirational to me. And eventually I got grinded towards partner. Back then I was grinding partner like crazy. Like when I was grinding for partner on you now, right? So it was like follower count, whatever, like views, whatever. So I used to do like 11-hour streams like every day. Like people would used to come up to me and be like, "Livia, are you good? Like can you get off stream?" And there was like some days I'd wake up and I was like, "Am I dead yet?" Like literally there was like one point where I was like super close, right? And I was like grinding like so many like long hour streams back to back and I was just like, "I think I'm dead." Like I'm convinced, you know?
Yeah.
And then so that week I got partnered on YouNow was probably like one of the best weeks that I've ever had on stream. Like it was just really hard. Like that week I hit like 5,000 fans. Like I think that was the start of that week. There was like this banner, whatever, that was on the website, which was like had a bunch of my friends on it because a lot of my friends at that time were like partners too, right? So they were all on there, and I was like, I just remember seeing the banner, and I was like, why is everybody's name on here? I was like, everybody's name on here is all partners except for mine. Like mine was like the only like person. I was like, why am I on the list? Like I'm literally not a partner. Like they shouldn't care about me. This makes no sense, right? And then literally that was like I think Thursday, and then the next day I woke up and I was like partnered. It was like super crazy. And like
Oh.
everybody like thought like was shook because like it took normally like 3 or 4 tries and I got it like on my first try. So streamed on there for like another year or so. A lot of people told me about Twitch and I didn't really believe in it. I was like, oh, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do Twitch. I was like, whatever. Obviously, I had been partnered there for a while. I just felt like I wasn't really getting recognized in the way that I thought I deserved in terms of like putting in grind and whatnot. And like, I just didn't really feel like a partner, even though I was type of thing, right? And so, yeah, it definitely felt like the outsider, even though I was partnered and all that stuff, you know? But like, the thing is that I obviously watching a little bit of Twitch. Like I would watch a little Twitch ASMR back then and stuff like that, but I like Twitch didn't really sell to me in the beginning, if I'm being
Right.
quite honest, like because I just saw it as like, oh, like, you know, like even like little things like for instance like not seeing profile pictures in chat. I was like, why can't you see profile pictures? Because like on you now you can see like
Oh, yeah.
people's ASMR wise. I watched ASMR Darling, freaking who else? I was obviously dabbling with Twitch and like watching Twitch, but not like I wasn't really hooked as a streamer, right? Even though I had like friends from you now that did like were switching to Twitch. I like thought they were crazy and I would shame them for it and all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Cause I was just like, you know what? Like, you know, like why are you doing this? Like who cares? Whatever, right? I think the turning point for me was like when around like my 1 year partner on you now, like I was just like, you know what am I still doing here? I want to do more things. I want to like you know, have the community that I've always dreamed of for myself type of thing, you know? It's like, you know what, I'm gonna try Twitch. Let's see how it goes, whatever. My first week, I got trolled like crazy. I was not prepared for
Oh no. My
that. I was
God.
just like, you know what? I'm not ready for this. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so not ready for this, you know? Cause like I would get trolled like every day.
How was your experience on Twitch, Ben, as a streamer?
Well, okay, when I first started, like I would get all kinds of like racist trolls, like freaking all kinds
Really?
of trolls from all corners of the earth type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like it was so bad that like I just remember those days I would rant to my mod after like every stream. I would DM my
Oh.
mod. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, why can't I just quit? Like he was like, no, keep going, Livy. Like
Yeah.
keep going. Like I'm gonna watch you and stuff, you know? And like it was
Oh,
like
love
that
your
for
shout
like
out your
a couple
mod.
months, you
Yeah.
know? It was like that for a while until about the time I um until the time I like first got into ASMR. I feel like that's when it kind of all stopped a little bit. Um so like when I got into ASMR, it was kind of like an accidental thing. I was like, "Oh yeah, like I watch Twitch ASMR. Let's try this out." Like back then like nobody was really doing ASMR that much, right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, "You know what? Fuck it. Like I'm going to try it. I got nothing to lose. Like I don't wonder why no one's even doing this." Like you always listen to ASMR like at least as long as I can remember. I think maybe like 3, 4 years. I don't really remember. And I was like, you know what? This is actually really good. I'm like, I love these tingles though. And then so I just like looked up everything. I'm just like scrolling through. I spent that whole night just like listening to ASMR. I feel like before I used to think of partner as just like, oh, like you need to hit this achievement, like you gotta go, like it doesn't matter what, like, you know, just stream a bunch of hours, whatever. But I feel like now it's kind of like changed for me in the sense of like I've just really thought about my whole streamer journey and thought about like how in the past I just like grinded and was like so fixated on it, and like I wasn't like seeing the whole picture in terms of like I want to have a cool community, like I want people to like come hang out because they love what I do and my content and like all that stuff like that. Like that wasn't like my main focus back then,
Yeah.
you know? And so
Right.
I feel like now partner means to me like that I've like really achieved like just like really being interactive with my community, just really making sure that like my content's like up to par and just doing really unique shit and like, you know, just being god tier at ASMR and like stuff like that, you know, like that's
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what that means to me. So I feel like partnerships kind of like a representation of like me hitting all those type of goals, you know. Just don't be afraid to like get out there, try new things, like just you know, don't put too much pressure on yourself. You know, like I used to be very bad at that in terms of like last year and stuff like that. I'd put so much pressure to like have the numbers and like do all this, do all that. Like I'll be like, oh, you're not hitting this, like, cause like back then I used to be like, oh, you're not hitting this number. Like that was a shitty stream. Like that was the way I used to think, right? I think I was just really fixated on that, and I was just like, it was stopping me. Like even sometimes I would have like the most fun stream. I'll be so excited, and then I'll see like my analytics, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, you know what? That was just a horrible stream. Like, why do you think that was good? Like, you know, that type of thing.
Yeah.
After December, I can explain what happened in December. Do
Tell
you
us
guys
what
want me
happened in
to?
December. Yes.
Okay, this is gonna sound very insane. So early December last year, I was like in a place where I was just like, you know what? Like, I don't know what's my direction with my content. Like, I don't know where I'm going. Like, I don't know what's like what I'm trying to get out of this, whatever, you know? And so like I was just like, I don't think I want to like stream. Like
Yeah.
what's the point? Like if I'm just gonna like be stagnant. Like I was just like, I think the thing that bugs me the most then was just that like my community was kind of like split because like since I was doing two different things. So like literally middle of December, I think this was close to like Christmas, because like normally a lot of like some of my best stream moments always happen around like Christmas and like Christmas Day and like stuff like that, right? I think this was like maybe around Christmas Eve, whatever. So I think this is another intuition moment, this story, but so I was like in like this is after I got out of the shower. I was just thinking about stream, like thinking about like my direction, whatever. And then the thought hits me that like I was like, I'm gonna have 1,000 people in my stream. Like if you ask me why I thought that, don't know why. I was like, I don't like there's no way this is gonna happen. No way this is gonna happen. Like Livia, why do you think this is gonna happen? In the back of my head, I was like, you're gonna literally have 1,000 people in your stream tonight. And I was just like, this is so weird. I turn on my stream, right? Not even joking. I had 1,000 viewer rate. I'm not even kidding. I was just like, this is like not real. 1,000 viewer rate from someone I didn't know. That was an ASMR. But then I come to find out that they're a famous ASMR YouTuber.
Who was
Then they
it?
didn't know who I was. ASMR Darling.
ASMR Darling. What?
That raid pretty much changed a lot for me. I'm not even kidding. Like that, not even just like the analytics aspect of it all, but like for me in terms of like
Yeah.
my stream and like finding purpose again, if that makes sense.
Oh, wait, you're giving
In
me
the sense
cry.
of
That's
like
so cute. Yeah.
I
That's
don't know,
cute.
like I
That's
just got
cute.
a lot of cool people from that raid, you know, and it was
Yeah.
just really motivating to me. And at first in the moment I just thought, oh, like these people aren't gonna stick around, like it's just a raid, like whatever. I don't know, I just was like really grateful for that after that, you know. And everything changed like about my stream, like both like the way I thought about stream and the way like, you know, I wanted to do my content. I felt more motivated to like create more, you know, like and just I don't know, the way that I saw stuff, I was like, you know what, I want to be like I don't just want to be like average at ASMR, like I want to be fucking
Thank you
god
for the
tier at
rage,
ASMR.
please.
Just ever since then, just like my whole stream's just never been the same, and yeah, I'm just really grateful for that, to be honest. Yeah,
Would you
yeah.
say that raid she gave you opened a lot of doors for you as far as your future?
It really did, like, cause like it was just super unexpected. It was just like really like the timing, and I think just after having that, it kind of made me realize that like literally anything can happen on Twitch, and like you should just feel that type of energy when you stream, and just don't be like, oh well, you know, my stream was bad yesterday, so tomorrow is gonna be bad, cause like that was kind of like the
Yeah.
mentality I used to have, you know.
Right, right.
So I think now I'm just like. I just kind of just chill out a little bit more, and I'm just like, you know what, just let things happen. You know, you're doing your thing, like by being on stream, by making content, like that's the best you can do. Like, you know, you should just focus on that, and that's like the things that you can change. So
What are some of your goals for your community, like long term? Like, where do you see them kind of going as far as like kind of the community you've built on Twitch?
okay, for Twitch wise, I want to be able to be more versatile in terms of like my content, because obviously right now I'm just doing only ASMR. And I
Welcome.
feel like since I haven't been doing just chatting that much anymore, I just feel like I'm a little bit more hesitant to like expand in terms of like being variety. Like I know that's like the direction I want to take, but at the same time it's like it scares me a lot. I don't know why. I think it's just like I'm just afraid that the dynamic's not going to be there, or like just in terms of like just people like liking my stream for me, you know? Instead of like obviously like I love the fact that people love my content and like
Yeah.
it really means a lot to me, but like, at the same time like I still want that type of dynamic of just people just being there for me and just having fun no matter what I'm doing, you know? I think that's kind of just really important, and I'm still trying to like figure out like that balance, you know? So I feel like that's definitely like one of my future goals.
Are you psychic? Tell me the truth. Because you're telling me you had this motherfucking premonition. Then you're telling me, like, girl, are you psychic? Like, be honest with me. I'm a believer in that shit. Like, girl, are you psychic?
I actually don't know if I am really. I just think that I just have a lot of like intuitive moments. Like I just kind of know things.
Like, is your mom or
Yeah.
your grandma psychic? Because I genuinely think it's a gene that runs in families.
But
like
yes,
physics.
both of them. Yes, both of them.
I could fucking sense that. Like, your energy is just like, I can't explain it. You have like a mystical energy, like a fucking like.
That's crazy. You're the second person
I'm
on Twitch
telling
that's
you,
told me
like
that.
I mean, is your
But yeah.
family supportive of like your ASMR stuff? Like, do they think it's cool? Do they think it's weird? Do they not get it? Do they not know? Like, how did they feel about it?
They don't know. I mean, it just never really came up. You know what I mean? It just never really. I was just like, you know what? It never really came up. I actually there's like this streamer, his name is Cosmic Unwind, and he did like a reading on me once. And I was in chat and he like literally like told me like my whole life.
Really? Was it just like accurate?
Not
as
even
fuck?
kidding. No, like it was like every like event and like everything, and I was like so shook. Like that was like the first time I like cried while watching a stream. That was probably like one of my favorite stream moments too. Like in terms of like watching people